New overnight, one person was killed in a crash late last night in Nashville. Democrats behind the plan say that if Lee does not issue an executive order, it could still happen from the budget implementation bill or standalone law. But they say they do need support across the aisle to get it done. Taking a look at our current gas prices, we actually haven't seen any major changes. And gas prices are already forcing a lot of schools in Middle Tennessee to think about funding changes in the future. New this morning, the Wilson County School Board approved design plans to rebuild West Middle. The project was opened up last night at the board meeting. State lawmakers took a deeper look into Governor Lee's proposed education funding on Monday. Penny Schwinn took questions on the Senate side for about 2 hours. News 4's Tosin Fakile was there, and she has reaction from leaders and parents to the plan. These are just the beginning talks for the bill. It'll have to go through several votes before making it to the House and Senate floor, and then, of course, to the governor's desk. New details on a bill that would ban local officials from requiring police to live in the county that they work in is now headed to the governor's desk as well. This morning, Metro Police released new photos to help track down a murder suspect. Here's the images that officers hope will help identify the man wanted in Stephen Godwin's death. Turning back now to Stefano with a check of your forecast. Hopefully a lot of those crews will be able to get some of this road work done before we have some of that rain moving through later on.
Yeah.
The United States is sending a stern warning to China about what will happen if they help Russia invade Ukraine. Ukraine's president will address Congress later this week as Russia steps up its fight. President Volodymyr Zelensky will appear before members of the House and Senate virtually on Wednesday. There are a lot of neighborhoods where speeding cars are a major concern. But now there's a new program in Davidson County built specifically to combat this. News 4's Joylyn Bukovac explains. If you are just now waking up wondering what in the world we have in store for today, it's a little bit chilly outside, but Stefano, the high, 70 degrees later on.
Yeah, 70 degrees. Now it's going to be a little bit.
A college student left his car on the side of I-40 over the weekend after getting stuck in the winter weather. But when he went to pick it up, he claims that someone stole his catalytic converter. It's a crime that continues to spike with the rising value of the piece. News 4's Michael Warwick talked to victims of the crime right here in Nashville. A man is charged after a fight leads to the death of his girlfriend. Police responded to an apartment on Jackson Street last Friday. Right now, detectives are trying to find a burglar who shot the owner of the car he broke into. This happened on Colby Drive after midnight Sunday. The victim says he saw a man rummaging around in his car, and when he tried to confront him, he says the suspect shot him and ran away. Today, members of Metro Council will join neighbors from East Nashville for a press conference. They're calling for a strong community benefits agreement at River Chase in East Nashville. 4 attempts at peace talks failed between both countries in recent weeks. Now, after Vice President Kamala Harris visited Poland, Biden is signaling even more diplomacy from the commander-in-chief. Well, this week, 90s Con was held out in Connecticut. It was a lot of nostalgia for people who idolized the time period. There were a lot of bright colors and even guest appearances like those from the cast of Full House. So you probably know by now that we have a major inflation problem in the United States. The price is going up for just about everything. But on top of all of that, the amount that you actually get in packaged goods is going down too. Stefano, I know we're thinking the same thing.
I'm disgusted.
They already fill those bags up this much.
That's also
How
true.
can you put less Doritos in a bag than there already is?
And I'd love to know what their definition of a few is. Are we talking 3 chips, or did you take out a third of that bag?
That's what I'm saying. There's already only like 6 in there.
I have an issue. That's not how I want to start off my day today.
I have a big problem with it.
Yeah.
Like, you can mess with inflation, don't touch our snacks, please.
Especially around summer.
A new art exhibit where you're surrounded by walls that feel like they're moving opens next week in Nashville. It's an MTV-style tribute to the art of Vincent van Gogh. News 4's Terry Bolger shows us.